What's happening, my people? It's your boy Night God here. Look, if you haven't heard of Anchor by Spotify, let me give you the rundown. Basically, it's the easiest way to make a podcast with everything you need all in one place. Here's how it works. Anchor lets you record and edit podcasts right from your phone or computer. So no matter where you are or what your setup is like, you can start creating today. Then you'll take that podcast and distribute it to the most popular listening platforms, including Spotify and Apple Podcasts, with a single click. Anchor is also the only place you can publish video podcasts to Spotify. With Anchor, creators can earn money in a variety of ways, including ads and podcast subscriptions. And best of all, it's totally free. So download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to start your podcasting adventure today. What's good, my TikTok people? It's been a while. It's been a while. Haven't gone live on TikTok in a long time. Yes, it's been a good minute since I've been on here for sure. What up, Liam? Yeah, I figured I should start trying, check it out, you know, see what's good. Try to get me some subscribers, you know what I'm saying? My goal is 15 subscribers tonight. Might be stretched, you never know. I look familiar? Well, you probably see me on Facebook or YouTube. Any yards? No, bro. I ain't been on no yards. I stay out of the slinker, man. What up, Mexico? How y'all doing? All right. Cool. Tell him I said what up. At Gray Ghostface. What up? So, hold up. Cool. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. You can pin a comment now. Tap pin. Yeah, I'm just trying this new live out. I'm thinking about trying to go live once in a while on TikTok. Maybe once a week or so. Yeah, have a good one, man. Just to kind of, I don't know. I've been noticing some edgier talk on TikTok lives lately, so I figured I'd give it a shot. You know what I mean? Yeah, every team lives these days. The game's changed since I went live, man. Yeah, for sure. Um, I'm mostly on YouTube and Facebook now. Dude, I know, right? That's why I love TikTok, man. That's why I love TikTok. If you want to know what's going on in the world, check out TikTok. As long as your algorithms in the right place, you good. Are you sure about that though? What if the Bible's wrong? You sure about that? I don't know. I don't know if a major event's about to happen right yet or not. I think it's going to be a few years out, but it's possible. It's possible. What's crazy is all the information that's coming out. Like I just watched a video and actually did a video on my YouTube and Facebook about this TikTok I saw. It was a Saudi Arabian cleric who stated that the earth is not spherical, that it's flat, the South Pole doesn't exist.
He said that when you go to the South Pole, when you get through Antarctica, there's a great gate at the other side of it, and it opens up into more lands beyond. And in those lands, Gog and Magog still exist. He said the oil doesn't have, it's not reservoirs, that it's rivers that flow from these lands, that they have vast rivers that flow full of oil at all times. Crazy stuff. I'm going to see if I can get some of my YouTubers and Facebookers over here, fam. Got to get this live going a little bit. My Instagrammers. You know, I've been thinking about that, the video call thing. I've been thinking about messing around with that. I think it's called Cameo or something. I try to keep it real, man, within the boundaries though, right? Because, I mean, it's a fine line. That's what sucks. It's a fine line at the end of the day on what I can say and what I can get away with. But from what I see, man, TikTok's been like, they've been letting it get edgy with it, man. I come across a lot of lives that talk about, you know, the Bible and events in the Bible, the end, all that stuff. Yeah, the summer gates, they actually should be, yeah, they should be opening right about now, to be honest. Yeah, dude, that's why I always keep one on, you know. What's happening, man? What's happening? Yeah, dude, I always say that because, I mean, nobody really knows absolute fact, right? Nobody knows anything for absolute fact. I mean, obviously there's some things that is pretty obvious, but I like to try and keep an open mind for everything, man. I've been good, Black Swan. What up, man? It's been a long time. I'm going to try and start going live on TikTok once in a while. I've been trying, so what I wish TikTok would do for me, right? TikTok doesn't have a stream key or a stream URL available for lives. I use Restream. It's a platform that allows you to stream to multiple platforms at once, up to 15. And TikTok's one of them. I've contacted TikTok. Yeah, make sure y'all hit that like screen, share my live if you want. That'd be cool. That'd be real cool. See if we can't get it out there a little bit. But, yeah, I use Restream, so they have TikTok on there. But I've contacted TikTok and tried, but I cannot get them to give me my stream key and my stream URL. Like, they only allow certain people to have that ability or that capability. So basically, I can't get on TikTok live on my PC. Thank you so much, Cherax. I appreciate it. All donations are very welcome, you guys. I really appreciate it. And if you want, I would subscribe. I'm going for 15 subscriptions tonight. I don't know. It's just kind of a number I threw out there. And then a few. But hopefully I can bring some more people over here from my other platforms real quick. Yeah, dude, honestly, I kind of just got, I don't know, like, I kind of like, it was stupid to do, really. I should always keep on my TikTok because TikTok funnels a bunch more followers and subscribers to my YouTube and my Facebook. So, but I kind of just got a little upset with them for a minute. But I love the platform, really. I still use this platform to do all my recording. Like, I love their layout. I love their setup. It's the most user-friendly setup by far. Gotta love TikTok, man. I wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for them. So I do owe them that. Yeah, I'm talking about the fallen from the book of Enoch. Yup. Who had talked to me? Some gentleman. Oh, a gentleman had contacted me. And he said, what did he say? Here, let me read this. He had emailed me, right? And he asked me a question. Where was it? Right here. No. Where was that? Oh, it's a good one too. Right here. I'm not even gonna say his name. Doesn't matter. But oh, hold up. A few more. I gotta. So, hi, Night God. Hope you are well. For safety reasons, I am using my least used emails. I would like to react a bit to a video of yours, the Olaf Johnson's journey. So Olaf Johnson went with his father on a fishing trip, but they just kept going north and north and north. All right. Well, eventually they ran into this massive, essentially ice wall with a gate, a large, fissure in the wall. They went through it and they ended up reaching what's alleged to be inner Earth, or the land of giants. All right. What I believe myself is that, my words are kind of covering it up, but if you look right here, this is the known lands right here. This is the known lands. This is basically our world, our realm. Well, if you look here, just north of our realm is a land called Asgard, which I know we've all heard Asgard, right? Thor, the land of the gods, or the heavens, whatever you want to say. Well, there's a little truth to everything, right? And I'm just saying, this is always for entertainment purposes only, you guys. This may or may not be true. All of this is for entertainment purposes only. At the end of the day, I just give you the information, and you think what you will about that information. I'm not trying to sway anybody or create a narrative by what I present and promote, all right? Just content at the end of the day. So I believe that Olaf Johnson and his father found this opening, and they ended up in Asgard. And that's where they say some of the, I want to say the Nephilim. It's another giant, the oldest giant race. It's right on the tip of my tongue. I can't think of it. I believe could be not necessarily biased towards. So you have factions, right? These ancient factions, I believe ET factions, extraterrestrial factions, okay, that live, I believe, outside of our realm, maybe in these 33 continents, who knows? But there's a battle going on in our galaxy, in our whole dome, if you will, under the first dome, right? Each landmass has a little dome or firmament, and then there's a massive first dome or firmament over all of it, right? So there's always a constant battle between good and evil. Yin and yang, as above, so below. Same concept. Well, at the moment, I'm pretty confident that it's not necessarily the good side that is in control of our lands, necessarily. They're not, I don't want to say they're inherently just completely evil, but they're not necessarily good, all right? So there's a battle that went on, and I believe that there's a narrative they try to push, and I'm not saying the Bible doesn't have a lot of historical facts, okay? I'm just saying small things might be, what if, like, let's play the devil's advocate here, for, lack of a better analogy. Let's play the devil's advocate. What if the fallen were in fact here to liberate us? What if, boom, boom, they lost connection for a second, I guess. So every 12 to 15,000 years is a reset, okay? What if they're not by accident or by nature? What if these apocalyptic love says no snake. What if in fact these floods aren't necessarily a nature-driven anomaly. I'm lagging? Huh, hold on. Let me see here. I got a lot of shit connected. Hold up. Let me disconnect some of this stuff. Oh crap. I actually did want to keep this. Here. Hold on, my tablet. I got so much stuff connected to my my internet right now. Here, hold on. Am I still lagging, you guys? I don't need this either. Lost connection. Disconnect. Hold up. Boom, boom. Shut that off. All right. See how that goes. All right. Then I got to text my girl to tell her to shut the TV internet connection off. We got so much stuff connected, y'all. Which is weird, though, because I had way more people on 2 days ago between YouTube and Facebook and Instagram. And I had no issues, though. You know? Okay, let me get out of power drive. Oh, that don't help. We'll get back in the swing. Don't run yet. TikTok, man. Y'all have, like, no attention spans. It's like, bing, gone. Not even wasting time. Okay. Is it getting better, you guys? Is it getting better? Is it getting better? Hold on, too. I can do this, too. Check it. I have 10 different things connected to my Wi-Fi router right now. It's supposed to be a high-profile gaming router. Please be tapping the screen, guys. Will you tap the screen for me, y'all? And donations help drive the live to another level. Donations, even small, roses. I have a goal of 1,000 roses tonight. If you guys want to subscribe, it'll give me a little incentive to keep coming back to you guys and doing lives on TikTok as well. Okay, so I only got 3 clients now. Beautiful. So that's you. That's that phone. Unknown. What's the unknown? And then my MacBook. So let's make iPhone 3 high priority. And the unknown, it's almost got to be my TV. 5 gigahertz. I'm just going to block it for now. All right, is it working better now, y'all? Is it working better now? I just prioritized this phone. Yeah, all right. I like it. It's getting better. Thank you so much for the donations, too, guys. Every donation counts. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Every donation counts. Cold Nose, thank you. EID Trucker, you are awesome. I'm Anvil, awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'll give you a shout out if you donate. I'll say what's up to you. Everybody who donates too, if you guys are looking to gain followers, everybody who donates, why don't you guys, it'd be cool if you guys would go follow them. Follow the donators, guys. If they donate, go out and follow them. All right? Anyhow, all right, we should be back on track, okay? So what if the not necessarily good faction is in control of our being, of the earth right now? And I hate to say it, lately it seems that more and more, with all the propaganda on TV, with all this sacrificing and all this the word stuff, the child stuff, all that stuff, y'all, all that stuff. The evil in this world right now is like nothing that's ever been seen on our planet. And it's being put in our face blatantly. That's what's messed up. It's almost like they're trying to, coax us or see what they can get away with, right? And also I've noticed, and this is the only thing that with the whole end of the days and all this stuff coming, supposedly, the only thing that does spook me a little bit about that is all the information that's coming out right now, all the alleged truth that's being presented to us in such a fashion that it does make me a little nervous, because there's in some sources I've read that the more truth we get to know, the closer we get to a reset. And that's what I was talking about before. There we go. Now I'm back on track. So what if these resets, y'all, what if these resets weren't necessarily earth-driven apocalyptic events? What if they had possibly been coaxed or coerced into happening? You know, these great floods they talk of, right? The last great flood. You know, it rained for 40 days and 40 nights. And then the main source of that great flood, if y'all didn't know, are the waters, the great deep, the fountains of the great deep, the waters below. And I've actually heard and read from a couple different sources that an ancient civilization that once inhabited this planet, that wants it back, they open the floodgates. They have literally, they're so super advanced, they have floodgates that they can open up at the bottom of the ocean that will give access to the waters of the great deep. And the waters just come rushing up. And that's what creates 2 and 3 and 4. I've heard they've even said 1,000-mile high tsunamis. You know what I'm saying? It's not just necessarily, you know, they said 40 days, 40 nights of rain. There would never be enough water to flood the earth, y'all. And have you seen the pictures, you guys? Thank you so much for the donations. Go ahead and go follow Corinne the Sun and Ian Kesson. Go ahead, go follow them. Check them out. Thank you so much for the donations, guys. Thank you so much. And then I'm trying to run this subscriber thing for TikTok too. So I feel you if you don't want to subscribe. It's the first time I've been live in a while, so I understand. You probably want me to prove myself a little more, but it's all appreciated. I don't think it's not even $5 a month, I don't think, guys. But so they flooded the earth. And why did they flood the earth, you guys? Well, they flooded the earth, and this goes back to my story about the fallen. So the fallen are actually from the ancestral lands outside of the ice wall. They're giants. They were giants known as the Anakim, okay? They had been standing by and watching us get reset time. And they weren't necessarily full-blown enemies with our oppressors, but they didn't necessarily like them either. The Anakim are inherently good, and our oppressors are probably the most evil faction in our galaxy, okay? So what happened? Well, there was a point in time, probably, I would say, God, it's more recent than we think, but I would say, you know, right before the Great Flood, so it was 8,000 to 10,000 years ago, okay? There was a time where there was a span of a couple thousand years where this faction was actually occupied outside of Earth in another war with former allies, the Anunnaki. All right? The Anunnaki aren't necessarily a good faction, you guys. Are they our creator? Good chance. But they're not necessarily a good faction. Do they prevent us from being totally exterminated? Probably. But I'll get to it in a second, but I'll tell you why they're not such a good faction. Okay, so this evil faction was at war with the Anunnaki over differing ideologies, it wasn't over much. It really wasn't over a big issue, just disagreement basically on the way they should proceed with. They saw a window where they could get in and they could help attempt to liberate mankind. Why did they do this? Well, not just because they're kind. God foresaw that we would see much oppression, that we would see bouts of slavery, bouts of just complete and utter suffering and hurt. He felt empathy for us, so to help maybe our future or help combat the oppression, he gave us a little piece of him, something that no other species in the galaxy has. He gave us a small piece of his spark, his energy. All right? He gave us a small piece of his energy. We have divine, godlike energy reigning through our body, reigning through our soul. Okay? We're the only species, or we're the only humanoids or species in the galaxy that have this. I know it sounds crazy. But it's a light. It's a light. All right? And an energy. So the other factions know this, and it's powerful. The potential is great with this said energy. So the Anakim saw an opportunity when the earth was open. They came in and they bred with our daughters. Okay? The daughters of man. So their offspring would therefore have a piece of that spark or that energy within them. A light. All right? Am I lagging? So, what am I seeing? Oh, man. Bad lag. Am I still lagging, guys? Massive lagging. Okay. That's funny. It says love. Okay, so I don't know where you guys were at, but basically God gave us a piece of him when he created us because he felt empathy for us. He saw in our future much oppression, slavery, and suffering. Okay? So he gave us this spark or this extra energy, this divine energy. So much anymore. It's more so the book of Enoch states that the fallen betrayed God and went against God, and he cast them out, and he did all these things to make them suffer and pay for the price of corrupting mankind, right? Well, I'm going to take and look at it at a different perspective, all right? So they come down, they breed with our daughters, and then they start teaching us things like metal and forging and casting and weaponry, makeup, money, beauty, beautifying of the eyelids of women, and using makeup and oils and minerals to the face. You know, basically making it so they're modernized. They're modernizing us, right? They're modernizing us. And all the while, they're going throughout, and they know that it's only a matter of time before they're going to have to face this other faction. But they get a couple thousand years on Earth and build their population up. The whole time, it's said that they're actually hunting down all of the pyramids all over the Earth, at least a majority of them, and they're actually more or less disabling them. Because I guess the other faction used the pyramids to manipulate the earth, cause earthquakes, bad weather, inclement weather. Basically, they use the pyramids to cause such cataclysms. Allegedly, right? This is what the hell? Hold up. Crap. That's probably why. Hold up, guys. Damn. That's annoying as shit. My phone's, I'm running on my phone battery, dude. That's probably why. Damn. I don't even know how that got unplugged. Hopefully that helps. Hopefully this helps. Hopefully this helps. I just plugged in the battery to the phone. Hopefully this helps. Hopefully this helps. Let's give it a couple minutes here, guys, because I just plugged in my battery to the dang phone. I didn't realize I had it unplugged. I meant to have it plugged in. I usually always keep it plugged in. I think I got it on a fast charger. Actually, I'll make sure of that. Here. Let me put it on a fast charger here, just to double check that. You guys ever feel like there might be trolls around you? And that they mess with you a little bit sometimes? Or duendes? Duendes, you think? No, my Wi-Fi should be on point, man. My Wi-Fi is good. Hold up, let me see something here. Hold up. Let me see here. So let me double check my tether and see what I got going on. Make sure I'm connected to the 5 gigahertz. Going right down. 2.4 gigahertz off. I'm gonna shut it right down to 1. Because it splits it into 3. That must be the lady right there. Who is this? Unknown. Oh, that's probably me. That's this phone right here. All right, let me disconnect this phone real quick. Try this again, y'all. Sorry, fam. Sorry, y'all. Hey, we're sticking right around at 400, though. I'll take it. I'll take it. Thanks for the heads up, Lori. I appreciate you, girl. No, you didn't miss the story. You good? Why 2025? God make it lag. Still here, fans. Still here. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, you don't want to miss it. It's a good story. Appreciate the donations. Appreciate them. Really do. Thank you so much. Yeah, see, sometimes I got to ignore the comments, though, you guys, because if I don't ignore them and the donations, sorry if I don't say anything about you, because if I interrupted my story every time somebody donated, I'd be off all the time. Like, I got to keep my train of thought. I can't break it up too much. But I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much. Gnosticism. Gnosticism is not. See, I feel like people have generally made it so Gnosticism is actually a negative thing. Is Gnosticism considered a negative thing? Yeah, I'm gonna get back to it, I promise. Thank you so much, Walter. Nope, you didn't miss the story. You're good. Yeah, all my videos. So yeah, you guys, if you want to see longer videos than what's on my TikTok, I generally don't post my long videos on TikTok. If I do, I break them down to 3 minutes because that's what TikTok likes. All my longer videos are on Facebook and YouTube. And I get hella views on Facebook. Interesting. No, I know. Narcissism, not narcissism. I said narcissism. I probably sounded like I said narcissism. Yes, narcissism is bad. I know that. Okay. Gnosticism is closer to the truth. Yeah. So Gnosticism reads as this, the definition. So everybody's in the loop. A collection of religious ideas and systems which coalesced in the late 1st century AD among Jewish and early Christian sects. These various groups emphasized personal spiritual knowledge above the orthodox teachings, traditions, and authority of religious institutions. So, no, that's on point. I like that. I could agree with that. I feel like it's an idea that has been shunned in history, though. Okay, so back to the story, guys. So while these beings are fighting with the Anunnaki, the Anakim come in and they breed our daughters and have Nephilim. These ultra powerful hybrid beings with an essence, I'll call it an essence of God and his energy within them. So powerful. And mind you, the faction that's usually kind of in control of the earth in fighting the Anunnaki is considered probably the most powerful faction in the galaxy and the most feared. Okay? No, the Anakim are not the same as the Anunnaki. No. I believe that they are relatives, though. Like, it'd be a situation where, like, brothers feuded and split off or something. Rulers, kings split off and had inhabited another land, and they Anakim, and then Anunnaki. So, when the Anakim come and breed the daughters of men, they have a reign over earth for a long time. And it's very prosperous, very technologically advanced. The beings on earth at this time were able to rapidly increase their technological advances because of the fact that they were free and open and clear to roam the entirety of the earth in search of tech left behind by the other faction. And in fact, they did. They found all kinds of advanced and super advanced technology left behind by this very powerful faction. So they were able to mimic it, reverse engineer it, and use it to their advantage to fly things like anti-gravity aircraft, direct energy weapons, the like. So this is how advanced the civilization that once inhabited Earth was. They were super advanced. So eventually, though, this other faction ended their war with the Anunnaki and came back to Earth. Well, they came back to a surprise. They couldn't believe what had been happening since they were gone. They were mind blown at the advancements of this civilization. They couldn't believe what they were doing and the technology that they had and how powerful they had gotten in just such a short time span. Not only were they ravaged from the previous war they had just fought, but now we got to come back here and retake what was originally ours, Earth, from these people. We're in for it. And sure as hell, they were. This battle was the last great Earth War, the third great Earth War that has taken place on Earth. It involved multiple factions on the good side. And you're talking from animals that that were animals on this planet were fighting alongside humans, alongside Bigfoot. Like, it was literally, guys, like Star Wars, right? I know it sounds crazy, but it was like Star Wars. You're talking some of the oldest civilizations in history that we know of were battling side by side with giants and all kinds of different beings. It was like a melting pot of different, extraterrestrial beings that came together to fight these evil oppressors, okay? Well, the war ravaged for, I want to say it was like a 1,000 or 2,000 year war, a couple thousand years. The war ravaged on for a couple thousand years. And finally, the good guys made some headway. They made some headway. And they finally had the bad guys on their heels. They were about to lose, and they couldn't believe it. They were about to lose control of this vast expanse of land they call Earth, and what they believe is their original home. They believe they were the first inhabitants on this section of land, and they'd like it back. They were going to lose it, and we were this close to seeing salvation, to not being, supposedly oppressed or whatever you want to say. But the oppressors aren't the most powerful in the universe for no reason. They're highly intelligent beings. They had to, last-ditch effort, go back to who they had just finished a war with, the Anunnaki, and basically beg them to help them so they don't lose this planet, so they don't lose this war. At first, the Anunnaki were very reluctant. They said, no, you're, shit out of luck. You guys, we just got it over a war with you. Basically we had a disagreement, but it went too far, and we're not happy with you guys right now. So they leave, they continue to fight, and it's like the brink of losing the war. They go back to the Anunnaki one more time. And they know exactly what they need to do, because the Anunnaki have an Achilles heel for gold. And y'all know the story. When they first come here, that was what they came here for, to mine gold, to help save their planet. They were going to try and shoot the gold up into the atmosphere to recreate their atmosphere so they could have a stable living on their planet, Nibiru. Finally, they offered them mountains, literally mountains of gold. So much gold that we can't even fathom. And the Anunnaki said yes. And they ended up coming back to Earth with these beings. And with the Anunnaki and their power combined, it defeated the fallen. They defeated the fallen angels and the humanoid giants at that time. So what they did is they basically had to flee, and this is where they went. They went through the summer gates, escaped through the South Pole, and now here's where they reside. The Ancestral Republic, where they still build and they still advance to this day, and they hope that someday they can be allegedly our liberators. It's hard to say, but after that, to cleanse the earth of all the war, all the bodies, all the damage and debris and everything that resulted from the war, they flooded it. All right? They flooded it. And obviously to clear out any other beings. Many of the giants, or the Nephilim, descended into the mountains, or the tunnels, the underground tunnels, the inner earth tunnels. And they still live there to this day. if you haven't noticed, a lot more giant sightings have been taking place as of late. And they say that when its time is coming, you'll start seeing more giants show themselves more willingly and openly, right? I know you all saw the Andrew Dawson thing. I know everybody saw that. That was kind of a big deal, but I've been seeing a lot more than just that. Giants have been showing themselves. And just know that when it comes down to anything, that they're not our enemy, right? Of course, they like to create that narrative, just like I said. So think about this. Let me get back to the Bible, guys. Think about this, right? Who lost the war? Who lost the war? The good guys, right? In my eyes, the Nephilim giants that bred with man and tried to liberate us. They lost the war, right? So that means the oppressors won the war. So that means that they have control of the narrative and the storyline. So what did they do? In theory, this is just a theory. This is playing devil's advocate wholly, guys. I'm not saying it's facts. Playing devil's advocate on a whole level, all right? What if they wrote as such in the book of Enoch in the Bible that the fallen were these evil demon beings come here to eat mankind and, corrupt us, and then the Nephilim offspring were eating us and this and that. I'm not saying that didn't happen, but could they be making these fallen out to be much worse than they really were, or in fact the exact opposite, because they want us to think that they're our enemy, they're no good, they're evil, they're demons, and the like, basically. Inbreeding with animals. You're mistaken. All the chimera and the inbreeding of all the hybrid beings, the chimera and all that actually dates back to Atlantean days. Some of them could be Cyclops. I'd love to interview him. Actually, you know what I'd love to do? And I've been thinking about contacting him. I would love to talk to a source for these maps. I do have something to back it up. I do. Jeb's girl. Earth is being reclaimed by who? Where did they come from? What do you mean? Right here, the ancient lands of Anak is where they came from. Yeah, I guess maybe so. I'm Mayan. My ancestors are Olmecs Polynesian. Olmecs are Polynesian, and also from India. Wow, crazy, dude. Crazy. So who's on the good and bad sides? So the race that's the oppressors, they've been known to be called the custodians. Everything has truth, so Attack on Titan, possibly. Yes, Gabriel. Yes. So the continents outside of the ice wall are generally free. For the most part, they're not really oppressed. But yeah, no, they have like, so for one, outside of the ice, outside in the Ancestral Republic, everybody's equal. There's no monetary. There's no paying for living. There's a vast amount of resources. Everybody's taken care of. Everybody's in tune with self. Everybody's in tune with their spirituality. And everybody's generally happy. Now, do they see war? Do they see fighting and battle? Yeah, absolutely. It'll always be. No, I don't. I have no degree. I have a degree in economics and management, I guess, but this is just it's just a devil's advocate side of things. A possible another narrative, I guess. And it's just something that over creating and over what I've been doing for the past, 2-3 years, it's just what I've kind of somewhat not gathered, but thought could be a possibility, But why does it say also that the Nephilim, the heroes of old, men of renown in the Bible? Does it not say that? The Nephilim, the heroes of old, men of renown. Heroes of old. Why would they call them heroes if they were evil? Why would they call them men of renown if they were eating man and they were eating humans? I do have a relationship with God and Jesus. I don't think the Anunnaki are good. I used to think they were good, but they're not. How many likes for me to get paid? To be honest, I don't really make a lot of money on TikTok at all. Barely any. My other platforms are what I get paid on. YouTube and Facebook. To mistake the two what is blasphemy. So, thank you so much for the gift. So another, hold on. I'm not saying anybody's bad. Who did I? So another theory too is, I'm sure you guys I talked about this in my other live. Anunnaki ain't good. My spirit animal, actually, in the Chinese zodiac, it's the year of the rabbit, and I am a rabbit spirit animal. Wow, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Ty, thank you so much, bro. For real. Everything is backwards. That's just a theory of mine. As I'm looking over things, what if it was, yo? So I thought about this too. You guys believe in manifestation, right? You guys believe in manifestation. Because honestly, it's real. I know the whole Matrix thing, blah, blah, blah. Andrew Tate's always talking about the Matrix and this, that, and the other. Well, I didn't know it until, I started my career in creating. But yeah, manifestation is very real. the reality that we live in this matrix, if you will, is moldable. It's moldable and shapeable. Every time you speak something, you vibrate ions all over, all around you. You're vibrating small molecules all around you into the abyss, into the realm or the spirit world even. It's all electricity, it's all charges, and it's all vibes, it's all auras. You can absolutely speak what you want to fruition. You can think what you want to fruition. Now, you can't just do it and just sit on your ass and like not make moves and work towards what you're wanting to achieve, but you can, with the whole with my whole thing, as I started writing it on a whiteboard what I wanted. And before you know it, boom, 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 it started happening. Like this year, I want to save a lot. I want to save money. You know what I mean? I was spending like crazy last year. I want to save money. Stuff like that. That's all very possible. Manifestation is real. Can you point out any of these alien people without naming? No. Guys, just watch. Just watch the media. You've been following the Britney Spears stuff? So there's also this other theory, y'all. There's also this other theory that eventually to liberate mankind or liberate planet Earth, that these warriors known as Rainbow Warriors, this is like an old Hopi native tribe prophecy, that these Rainbow Warriors are going to descend from the heavens, basically ordered to come here by God, and they're considered like Jesus-like beings. Jesus-like beings, meaning they had his almost essentially like powers, if you will, or his abilities, I guess. These beings, but they're going to be not just one, not two, but there's going to be a freaking army of them. And they're going to come down and they're just going to wipe the earth clean of all evil and all sin, all oppression. And they're going to keep, obviously, the good people, the kind-hearted. I think a lot of what, I think a lot of what God wants us to do, I see people kind of badgering me in the comments about it. God doesn't really want you to be so passionate about Jesus and him and all that you're borderline you're not being kind. You know what I'm saying? You're not being decent. You're not being godly at all by saying nasty things to people because their beliefs and ideals don't align with yours. You know what I'm saying? It's the exact opposite of what God wants. I get what you're trying to do, and you're passionate about fighting for him or for what the Bible states and all that. Well, the actual God didn't write the Bible, did he? He couldn't have. It had to have been a man or an ET or a species of some sort or a humanoid of some sort. The living true God, the all spirit, the all knowing, the energy, whatever you want to call it, he did not write the Bible. So he doesn't necessarily expect, you can't sit there and just know for a fact, that of absolute fact, that all that is written. I mean, it's easily manipulated. Not saying that a lot of it ain't true. I'm telling you it is. The Bible is a very historically in tune text. It's very historically accurate in many, many, many ways. And I love and ultimately it's a good basis for how people should live. Absolutely. It's a great basis for how people should live and how we should treat each other and do unto others. And, all that good stuff. But I believe ultimately that God doesn't want you to ignorantly defend it. End of the day, and he wants mostly, I believe, is one of the biggest tickets into the afterlife of heaven, not hell. I believe truly is how you treat others. How you treat others and how you think, act, and behave when you know no one's looking. How you think and act and behave when you know no one's looking. When you're in the moments of self, when you're by yourself, what are you doing? What are you thinking? Are you doing dirt? Or you can get, if you in situations where you could get away with certain things, and it's like who wins? Who wins ultimately, the devil or the angel on the shoulder? Who wins? What's happening? What's happening? Hold on. No, I'm not saying that. No. No, I haven't been meditating enough, to be honest. We live in hell. 2 sets of 10 commandments, no kidding. So the earth is not necessarily flat in this theory. Hold on, let me show you here. The earth is not necessarily flat. How did I do this? Interact. Lightning question, Q&A, quick poll. Hold on here. Settings. Oh, man. Hey, it looks like we hit the goal of the roses. Thank you, guys. You are awesome. Well, that stinks. I thought I was going to be able to, change my background. But apparently, effects. Yes, right here. Hold up. Let me show you guys here real quick here. Real quick and fast here. So the earth is not necessarily flat. Like, everybody thinks, when they think flat earth, right? When people think flat earth, and why people just are so disconnected with the idea of it, I believe, is, hold on here. Let me see if I can find one. Well, so, hold on, I got a firmament picture here. Like right here. Kinda, I guess. So, like, this is what I believe people think when they think flat earth. This expanse of land that's literally like a pancake floating in the middle of the abyss in our solar system, basically, as a planet, right? They think it's this big landmass with water essentially floating on nothing in place of our planet in the solar system, right? So I feel you. I see where you think, because I used to be the same thought process as y'all. I used to think, flat earth, that's the dumbest idea I've ever heard. How stupid. A freaking pancake floating in the middle of the universe? That's so dumb, right? Yeah, because it is pretty freaking dumb. But that's not what it is, y'all. That's not flat earth. Flat earth is much more in depth than that. All right? And it's not just flat earth. It's not even that. It's just a flat realm. It's just an expanse. Like, we can't even fathom how big it is. Like, and where is it at? What's it on? Who knows? Nobody really knows. So that's the other thing. So I'm gonna get to a little bit of that here in a second, but I'm gonna go. Hold on, just 2 seconds here. I'm gonna show you what essentially is our Terra. In theory, this is just an opinionated theory. It's actually from a alleged fictional book. So, damn, I thought I took a picture of that. Where are we at? No, come on, baby. Where are you at? Right there. Bang. There's the Terra. That is the Terra. And here we are. That's what you were just looking at behind me in the beginning of is the live. Right here. That's the known lands. Right there. Okay? And here, known lands, right? That's where we're at. Here we have Venus. Okay? Right there is Venus. No, it's not going to work, is it? So yeah, right here, Venus. Right here, Mars. There's Mars. Notice, Mars looks kind of green, doesn't it? Odd. Okay, here is the land of the Anunnaki, Nibiru. Okay. Here is the land of the reptiles. Right here. The Dracos. And then it goes on from there. But you'll find Saturn, you'll find all the planets in our solar system all throughout. And then you'll find a bunch more with legendary names like, it's wild. Here, let me see here. See if I can find you a better picture here. Yeah, because this is actually... So, back to what I was saying. So these beings, right? These beings, these oppressors, if you will, there's a reason they like humans, and the reason they keep us where we're at and do what they do. So these beings are so into themselves and so more or less cocky on their abilities, their power, because they are in fact very powerful. They're very intimidating and very powerful. They're so much so that lately, as of the past, thousands and thousands of years, because they're like that species could possibly be 1 billion years old. Like, put that into perspective. All right, this species. But basically, what it is they're getting so powerful that they think that they want to face our ultimate true creator. They want to see God. They want to stand face to face with God. In fact, they want to even try and fight God and become the ultimate ruler. Well, how do they do this? Well, they have to get past the first dome. Right here, first dome. Each one of these little circles has a firmament. Just so you know. Firmament, 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 firmament. Okay? This is the first dome that surrounds the entire expanse. Okay? That dome, think about this. Back in when was this? I want to say the late 80s, early 90s. There was a story of a soldier or scientist who went to Antarctica, who was helping collect core samples. He got to become buddies with one of the researchers, and essentially this researcher told him some information. And he talked to him and told him of the firmament. At one time, back in the 80s, late 80s, early 90s, they attempted to drill through the firmament. Okay? They call it sky ice in Antarctica. Sky ice. They attempted to drill through the firmament. with this massive, this hogger, this freaking that just eats the hardest rock on the planet with no problem. They basically started drilling through the firmament with this machine, and they made it 10 miles in. 10 miles into the firmament. All right? When they finally took a break, and they had to stop for some unknown reasons, I don't remember. They had to do more work somewhere else or something. But they basically left everything at the firmament and left the drill where it sat and everything. Well, a month later, they come back to the job site. And literally, the drill had been totally consumed by the firmament regenerating. And there was barely any tunnel left at all from the 10 miles that they had drilled in. So it's constantly regenerating. It's almost like it's a living thing in a way. So the firmament is constantly regenerating, which is crazy to think. Well, Operation Fishbowl, look it up. That was for the firmament, where they fired nukes up to they were just firing nukes randomly in the sky. And they said it was for testing to see how it affected communications and the like. Well, that wasn't that. That was to map the firmament. Operation Fishbowl was to map the firmament. Look into it. It was in the 60s, I want to say, 60s. Where they fired nukes into the sky and exploded them all over. And I think it ended up it was a ridiculous number of nukes, man. I mean, upwards of 80 to 100 anyway, maybe more. I don't know why, but like 200 is even ringing a bell, but that might be way reaching. But yeah, they fired many of them. And it was basically to see if not only could they crack it or possibly get out, but they mapped it as well. All right? So basically the first thing, of course, when they found out there's a firmament, they want to get out, right? Well, the same thing with these oppressors. They want to get through the first great dome to meet God face to face. Well, that's one of the main reasons they capture other beings and other ETs is because they use them as guinea pigs, right? They use them as guinea pigs. They put them on ships and they try to send them through the firmament. But every time they get sent through the firmament, the ship basically just disintegrates and crushes under the weight because the water's above. You know what I'm saying? So it just crushes nobody ever survives. No being has survived, right? Well, probably, I don't know, hundreds of thousands of millions of years ago, they decided to try humans, right? They put them all on a ship, they set them up, and pushed through the first dome. Well, they died. The ship basically just disintegrated. It was like crushing a can. But something different happened this time. This time, the humans' souls ascended towards the heavens. No other beings had done that. Our souls were able to get through the great dome, the firmament. All right? Well, this essentially gave these beings an idea. We need to somehow use our souls and our energy they want to use and harvest it to help them get through the first great dome so they can essentially battle with God, meet God, whatever you want to call it. Crazy theory, right? It's not going to work. Nope, it sure isn't. What is being found in Montana? I know it sounds crazy. Atom Bong. I've seen it everywhere now, yeah. So you want to know the source of this map? Right here, y'all. You can find the books on actually it's the creator, okay? So the first book, oh, of course, Navigator Who Crossed the Ice Walls. Let's see. No. Navigator Who Crossed the Ice Walls. All right. It's called Nos Confunden, which means they confuse us. He's the author. Then there's actually 3 books in the series. The Land of Mars, 178 Worlds Under the Great Dome, and then Terra Infinita. Terra Infinita. Infinita. I don't know how to say it. Extraterrestrial worlds and their civilizations. The story told by the woman who was born in the lands behind the ice wall. Or beyond the ice wall. That's the source of this map. So, where do you get this book? I can tell you. I know, what I'd like to do, so if you read the first book, it'll blow your mind. The Navigator Across the Ice Walls. It's fictional, supposedly, but no, I haven't yet, Monstro. Not yet, brother. I've been busy as hell. What do you mean? It's exactly what I'm talking about right now. Is that everything in them? I don't know. Do you know how to say infinita? I want to say infinita, but I don't think the I actually sounds like A, though. Infinita. Infinita. Probably for Spanish, right? Infinita. To be honest, I don't know if he does claim it as fiction. I just always assumed that he did. Copyright 2022, no part of this book, blah, blah, blah. And I like, dude, me and him have been in contact, me and this author. Me and this author have been in contact quite a bit. I've been wanting to talk to him lately, though, because I just feel that right now it's too much. So let me tell you the story a little bit here. The Navigator, right? He's in Revolutionary War. They fought for the United States in the Revolutionary War. They were naval captains, okay? And after the war, a crew of them bought one of the naval ships that the U.S. military had, and they sold after the war, and they sailed south to Antarctica to explore. Well, they end up finding the summer gates, and they go through them, and they end up outside the ice wall. All right? Then this massive ship approaches. Ends up being people from the ancestral lands. All right? And they basically informed this navigator of all truths, or whatever, or alleged truths, all alleged truths of everything in outside of what we've been shown on our planet or whatever. Anyhow, it's a great story, and I don't know. I loved it. I thought it was great. I thought it was a new look, a new perspective on things. If you keep an open mind and don't think you already know something when in fact you don't, you might be surprised at what you learn. So no, yeah, they basically got outside the ice walls, and once the navigator figured out the truth or whatever, the alleged truths, he ended up fighting for the rest of his life to help try and, liberate Earth, and he ends up dying outside the ice wall. Well, he has sons, and the sons both come back here, and they fight in wars. And then he also has a daughter, the navigator does. And that's where allegedly, that's where all this came from, is his daughter. His daughter. She's old now. She's very old. But outside the ice wall, they allegedly live up to 250, 300 years. It's said that when, with the Bible, the Tower of Babel, when God got irritated with us, changed everybody's languages, but not only did he do that, he said man will only live 120 years, up to years 120. So I've heard theories that actually generations ago we were given some sort of DNA altercation or some sort of, I don't want to call it like a parasite, but it's like a virus almost that double times our age. No, dude, Extension got killed in a whole nother way. Oh my days. Who's the real spiritualist Adam? The book's very cheap. It's only $12, something like that. Yeah, if you want to order the book, go to YouTube and go to Nos Confunded. Look for Nos Confunded. Okay, cool. Thank you, Healing Goddess. Appreciate that. That's funny. I've been doing the grounding thing. Have you guys heard of that grounding? Why haven't we been saved by a higher power? I find myself thinking that all the time, my friend. All the time. So, I did a live 2 nights ago, and I read a story, okay? I guess I could read it again. It's a really good story, and it's supposed to be the alleged origins of our excuse me, Earthrealm, our whole galaxy, our whole universe. All right, it's wild stuff, guys. It's a pretty quick read, so stay tuned here. Hold on. I think you'll like it. I think you'll like it. Hold on, I'll find it. Where you at? Where you at? Right here. The 3 Earth Grand Experiments. You guys will get a kick out of this one. All right? So this is supposedly before all that existed. Before our universe was even a blip on the whole map of the freaking universe. I don't know. But hear this out. It's wild, okay? This is from the Nibiruan Council, ancient elders, sharing the wisdom of unconditional compassion. Okay, the 3 Earth Grand Experiments, y'all. First Earth Lyra, the Vega star system. First Earth in the Lyra constellation. What is the story behind its formation and demise? The answer is in the book. We are the Nibiruans. So, the Nibiruans. I want to say they lived in ancient Egypt. Or am I thinking of... Talks about the Jalila star allegedly on Anunnaki walk-in. Pyramids? I could be thinking wrong. I'm thinking the Nubian. Sorry. I was wrong. Nubian pyramids. Never mind. Nubian. That could be stemmed from it, but nope, different thing. I apologize. That's why I always fact check myself before I spout off. I always make sure. Okay. Long ago, before time as we know it began, there were founders of the universe, highly evolved souls that had already completed many universal games. Being creator gods, they decided to create a universe of their own. As the 12 came together, which is crazy, that number just struck me as like 12 disciples, Jesus, etc. They were faced with the question of which game to choose so that the souls created in it or coming to their universe could spiritually evolve. And spiritual evolution is what every soul desires. Finally, after much consideration, they chose the game known as Polarity Integration. This game is one of many that involves the integration of the light and the dark developed by Divine Creator in order to experience all that he or she is. Now that the choice of the games had been made, they knew they would need to have individuals experienced in this game to assist them in the development of the game in their new universe. Individuals who would agree to become a part of it and see through its completion. That's crazy. So the founders put out a call to all souls in all universes that had completed at least one polarity integration. Their call was answered by 90 individuals, highly evolved souls that had just recently completed their tour and were looking for another place to go in order to continue their spiritual evolution. This group of 90 was made up of 45 carrions and 45 felines. I know this stuff's getting out there. It's wild. They arrived in our present universe and began meeting with the founders to set up the universe. The group of 90 elected one of their own to sit on the Founders Council to act as a liaison between their group and the founders. The one chosen is known to us as Devin, real name Divine, was the patriarch of the feline group family. The Carrions were given a planet in the Orion constellation, their new home, while the felines were given a planet in the Lyra constellation for theirs. So the group of 90 divided and went to their respective planets to begin the integration. So the group of 90, the Carians would represent the dark, and the felines would represent the light. Now the Carians are said to have made the reptilians, y'all. The felines were said to have been possibly made the humans. The Anunnaki are from Draco. Nibiru is their outpost. Credo Mutwa. Crazy. This movie Knowing, huh? The Real Spiritualist? Who is this guy? Felines, rawr. Murdoch. Just read all of the ancient form of writing. It'll have the same path, physical math. Thank you for the follow. I've been reading the Emerald Tablets. Oh, that's why I was scaling back, you guys. I had to read what Murdoch was saying. He's a Freemason meant to mislead. That's why he's reading a script to lead you to the beast. No, far from it, bro. No. Although somebody did approach me a while back in my messages on TikTok and ask me about if I was a Freemason. I think he was like alluding to wanting to get me to join, but I just didn't even look at the next message. Libyans and Nubians will be held in submission in the last days. We are the fifth species, yeah. But there's many root races. Thank you very much, Rashad Whitting. I appreciate that. Like in Spanish, how you would say bien, as in good. Nerubians. Nerubians. Thank you. Nerubians. Thank you very much. See, why did they spell it N-I-B-I, though? They're spelling it N-I-B-I-R-U-A-N-S. Nibiruans. Nibiruans. N-I-B-I-R-U-A-N-S. Hello, Davina. Feeling good, Pipe Mom was... Oh, God. You had to have your name that, didn't you, bud? God was captured? That's a wild thought, but I don't think so. God's the all-powerful, y'all. I think he's this... I don't think you can mess with God. Are you willing to take students to teach and live among you for work and pay, but watch you? No, dude, I'm not playing no religious figure or nothing like that. No, sir. I know, but when you say that name, dude, the algorithm hears it. Thank you, Davina. Appreciate that. Check out my YouTube and Facebook. Thank you so much. This is why we don't help you have free will, but don't use it. What are you talking about? Too deep, lamb? This is why we don't help you. You have free will, but don't use it. What are you talking about, Willis? Sent Tucker the turkey. Thank you so much. You guys, these gifts are awesome. Thank you so much. Who created the Fallen? The Fallen race is very old. You did kind of miss the story. But we're still talking. So, hey, real quick, guys. Thank you so much for the hat. Real quick, guys. So, if you want to email me and you want to contact me, a good way to do it is nightgod87@protonmail.com. I will see it and I will answer it. I answer all my emails. On God, I do. And also, it's a little diluted. It's a little overcrowded and flooded right now, but my Facebook Messenger. So all you guys go add me, sub me, follow me on Facebook and YouTube. God cast 800 angels for sinning against him. No kidding. Oh, so that you think you were okay. Evan Diesel, what's up? Thank you for the shoes. Yeah, I could believe that, melanated people. I think melanated people are the oldest. Some of the oldest for sure. Okay, so let me continue this. So the founders put out a call, blah, blah, blah. It's time both had evolved physical forms in which to incarnate so that they could walk upon the surface of their planetary homes. Both established pure royal bloodlines within their ever-growing race. In time, both crossbred into other life forms on their planetary homes to create a new race of beings. And then, when the new race had become an established part of their respective societies, the Carrion/Reptilians arrived in the Lyra constellation and colonized a neighboring planet of the feline humans. In doing so, they were now ready for the first grand experiment of integration. We call this First Earth Grand Experiment. The first Earth Grand Experiment occurred on 3D planet, just like Earth, and it was the home of the felines and the humans. As their technology advanced, the feline humans learned how to create wormholes and achieve space travel. Soon both races were traveling back and forth, visiting each other's planets. The two groups were now reunited again, but with many new people, their offspring involved. Over time, they began to mix with the two royal lines, intermarrying to form alliances. This all went well for some time. Through the mixing of the races, new races were created and soon a caste system developed. A class system, basically. There was the royalty, the priestly caste, the scientists, and the military. The remainder of the population made up the worker caste. I'm not still completely clear as to all that transpired to create the rift between the two royal families, but this brought about the first great galactic war. But I do know this, it was due to lack of communication involving small details. Someone communicated with someone else regarding something, but neglected to include all the details. I am told it was regarding an alliance. They were not completely clear on the details of the agreement. So feelings were hurt, leading to the feelings of mistrust, and then it began to steamroll with the feline and the humans. So the felines and the humans launched the first attack against the reptilians. That's crazy to think about. The felines and the humans launched the first attack against reptilians. Backing up a bit, before the Great Galactic War, there were some minor wars on a much smaller scale between the two houses. This, I am told, is when my father, Shimabala, and Jahwe's father, Kobazar, were killed. We were all teenagers, still wet behind the ears when our fathers had died. Up until this time, we were all very close with each other. I have recalled memories of visiting Jahwe in his favorite cave and playing for hours together. These memories are filled with warm, loving feelings. Now, as we take on the mantles of leadership, we are instantly pitted against each other to some degree, even though the war which killed our fathers is over, and my marriage to Jahwe is the part that seals the alliance that brings peace to our families. And even though another war breaks out, we do not want war with each other, trying to keep our personal connections to each other out of chaos that continues around us. So Jahwe's. Yeah, monatomic gold probably. Second Earth and the Pleiades. What happened to this planet, and is there evidence of its destruction? The answer is in the book. We are the Nibiruans. Toward the end of the First Galactic War, with the destruction of our planet, my brother Devin, myself, and Jahwe fled, all along with a large group of people on one of our last remaining starships, the Pelagi. We eventually settled in a new cluster of stars, later to be known as the Seven Sisters, the Pleiades, the Dipper. We lived on this ship and spent much of our time establishing a colony on the planet's surface. We called our new home Avion, Avion, after our original home. It was a beautiful blue planet, much like ours previous one with 2 suns. Life progressed, and so did we. Cities were built, civilizations came and went. Eventually, we left the planet to those who came with us. We became the ancient ones to them, the original founders of our civilization on that planet. But as usual with time, the facts became distorted, so that the written history no longer reflected the actual events. In time, this planet became known throughout the cosmos, and other civilizations came calling. Some just curious, and others with an agenda to conquer. Oops. It's an agenda to... The inhabitants of the planet had evolved to the level of space travel a little beyond where we are today. They had evolved beyond disease and social disparity and created a unified government, but also an almost hive mentality. Everyone thought and acted as one, but in their actions did not express the dark side of their natures. They only expressed the lighter side, as this was the social norm. So these humans were inherently too good. Okay, they had no evil whatsoever in their bones. They did, but they didn't act on it because it wasn't socially acceptable. So where does this sound like, guys? Doesn't this sound a lot like Avatar? Does this not sound a lot like Avatar? Food for thought. The people have become spiritually stagnant, unable to progress due to their choice to suppress their dark side, masculine side, and use their 3 lower chakras. As a result, they, on an unconscious spiritual level, called forth a race who was their polar opposite. So they unconsciously called the race that was the polar opposite to move them out of this stagnant spiritual position. At first, this race came speaking of peace, but soon realized there was more to gain from taking over the planet than trying to cooperate with a race of people they for the life of them could not understand. These were the reptilians. When they got here, they could not believe how good we were. How it was almost just, it was an anomaly to them. They couldn't fathom it. There was no bits of evil anywhere. And they figured since they were so good that rather than even try to negotiate or try to have peace or truce with them, they said, screw it, these guys are a bunch of yuppies. We're just going to take them out. You know what I'm saying? So they went to war. It took many years, but in time, their true agenda was revealed through the efforts of a resistance movement. Once the word was out and all attempts and negotiations failed, the humans launched the first attack to try and drive this race from their planet. So basically, to defend themselves, they saw this coming, so they launched the first attack. So it's said that the reptilians, y'all, had this inherent hate for us. This fueled hate that runs deep, you know what I'm saying? Culturally, in their hearts, their souls, they come out the womb hating humans, right? Well, maybe this is why. Maybe because both times in history that war broke out with these beings, the humans struck first. But it was only because it was inevitable what was to come at the same time. But still. In their ongoing efforts to fight off their enemy, they managed to destroy their planet. Tiamat, maybe? The survivors fled to many places in the galaxy and eventually established colonies on other planets. Third Earth, our current Earth, the Pleiades. Current Earth on which we live, what does the future hold in store for us? What's the bigger picture and plan for our future? The answers are in the book. We are the Nibiruans. So here we are today in another ascension process. The first two Earths never made it through an ascension. I believe that many of us here on Earth today were on the one or both. So listen, many of us here today, you and I sitting here, were on one or both of the previous Earths that never reached ascension and basically saw their own demise due to conflict. And due to the wisdom we have accumulated from our experiences, we will successfully ascend ourselves, Earth's people, and the planet. What we lacked before was compassion and acceptance of others different from ourselves. We have learned that not polarizing to the light or the dark does not allow us to feel compassion and maintain peace. Only by integrating the light and dark within us and their corresponding manifestations in our realities will we be able to complete the third grand experiment successfully. With the planet intact and all races involved, that much further along in their spirit, they get much further along in their spiritual paths. The cover of the mission, remember, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, wild story, right? I love it. I think it's awesome. I mean, whether it's true or not, what a wild story. I mean, I love it. Yeah. Right now, we're at the bottom of the totem pole, though, right now. I tell you that. Let's just hope someday that, you know, hopefully maybe our ancestors from outside the lands, possibly beyond, help us out one day when we need it most, or some of them come together. All I know is, guys, if you're in this live, let me tell you something. Right now, in our society, the dark is winning. If you don't see that, it's pretty obvious. Okay, the dark is they're tipping the scales in the dark side right now. Just do this and remember and watch for it. Don't fall into it. Don't play into it. Stand strong. Stand strong with God. Stand strong with our ultimate creator. Because even though, they say that God could be yin and yang as well, good and dark and evil and good. If you play on the good, God will be good. If you play on the evil, you may get the latter, the evil. Right? What you ping out, what your aura sends into the abyss, sends into the universe, it will come back in return. When you vibrate all these particles, molecules around you, and atoms and everything, when you vibrate all of them out into the universe, it comes back, sometimes in tenfold. So keep that in mind. A lot of times we're faced in life with decisions, and we come to these crossroads at times where we could go this way, and it's not the right way, but you might see some benefits on this side that are better. More money, more something, more different relationships, blah, blah, blah. But deep down what you're not supposed to be doing, which is take that path. I'm telling you, do yourself a favor and answer the light. Stay in the light and answer the light. Stay on the path of good. Treat others kindly. All you guys trolling and stuff. It's fun and I get it. It's a laugh and all that. But just what you put out, man, it's facts. It's big facts. And it don't matter. It's from trolling and talking crap and saying nasty things in chats or online where you don't have to have a face, where you get to sit behind your computer, and say things and don't have to show. Well, it still shows. You know what I'm saying? It's still there. You're going to get it back. It's yin and yang, fam. I'm telling you, what you put out, you'll get back. So be kind to others. Be kind to others. That's a big one. Be kind to others. Help those in need. Help people who need help. You know what I'm saying? Give back a little bit here and there, and just stay in tune. I don't claim to be a super religious guy. I don't. I do believe in God. I do believe in Jesus. And I believe in just what you put out, man. Like, what is your vibe? They say that Bigfoot, right? They say Bigfoot can read auras. It's said that when you run into a Bigfoot in the wilderness, if they're being aggressive towards you and trying to push you out, a lot of times you'll think they're going to attack you. You think, oh my God, I'm dead, dude. This thing's going to kill me. They never tend to do that. Why? Because they're supposedly protecting a route or a path to possibly inner earth, a portal, whatever it may be. But Bigfoots can see your aura. They allegedly can see your aura. You give off a light. It's a color. You give off an aura at all times. And I believe that these auras are developed over your lifetime. Grief, lifetime or times of hardship. It shapes you. Your aura becomes what you've seen in life. Your aura becomes, if it's say, I picture it like this. Like if you're dark and you're inherently not a good person, I picture a red aura, like a dark red or like a deep like blood red aura, or something along those lines, right? If you're light, I picture like a nice blue or bright green, yellow even aura, right? Purple possibly, I don't know. But they say, and that goes back to those glasses that they had created. Oh, when was that? Like in World War II era. But you could see auras with them, right? And that's facts. Like you have an aura. And you don't ever think you're too far gone either. Like if you've done so much in your life, like where you feel like, man, I'm like, I had a buddy. He's like, yeah, dude, I already know I'm going to hell. Like, damn, bro, like that. It's like that, dude. Like, damn, it doesn't have to be that way. You know what I mean? It can always be. You can be forgiven. You can do righteous and right in life. You know what I'm saying? But the biggest one is just treat others how you want to be treated, man. That's a big one. Don't be a bully. Don't be a jerk. Don't steal. Don't stab people and do dirt behind their back. That's one thing as I've gotten bigger on the platforms I've noticed is you got to watch your friends. You got to watch people. And, this money is created. See, that's another thing with the whole narrative that's caused such a negative damper on humanity. Money, competition, jealousy, envy, all that crap. But anyway, be kind. That's all. I don't do these battles very often. You guys watch. So, hey, just real quick, y'all. Thank you and blessings to you as well. No, y'all, everybody's been getting me for that. It says love, y'all. Look at here. Everybody's been getting me for that. Love. I didn't know it looked like a serpent, otherwise I wouldn't have wore it. You know what I mean? Make sure you do your own research. Hey, real quick. Evolve, right? Thank you very much. Appreciate that. So, hey, real quick, so all of you that are in my live right now, do you actually watch and do the battles? Do you actually follow creators and like do the actual battles with other creators and watch them and like contribute and donate and all that stuff? No. Okay. Who doesn't mean any harm? Talking about me? I really don't. I got hair in my eye. So the guys not cast to the earth are on Satan's side? No, I'm not saying the archangels or nothing like that. I don't know, man. That's a tough one. Yeah, I've seen where both curators are on live. The human loving Anu got left behind because they loved humans and earth even after strip mined. Christ is your consciousness. The truth is here. They silence the God's messengers here on earth. I contribute to those who speak truth and share knowledge. Learning together. Absolutely. Jacob is Jacob. Why do we all have reptile DNA? Because I do believe, especially, I believe definitely definitely believe white folk are crossed I do believe that because reptilian DNA, because our eyes and then our skin, right? And I do believe that the reptilians had a part in creating us, possibly to do their, more, more dark deeds, like, taking over continents, wiping out whole races of people, possibly. It's just a theory. I don't know. Who knows, though? The Anakim, right here, the Anakim, they were the fallen angels. And then, after they come here and they bred with our daughters and created the Nephilim, we fought a great war for the earth. well, I'll say it now because it's getting later. We fought the reptilians, right? The Anakim crossed with our people, humans. Then the Nephilim came, and then we inhabited Earth for a couple thousand years while the reptilians were fighting with the Anunnaki over a disagreement. Generally, the Anunnaki and the reptilians are allies in the galactic hierarchy, okay? But they had been at a war with each other for about 1,000 years at the time, a couple thousand even. So the Anakim saw an opportunity. The Anakim had been seeing us get reset over and over and over again, okay? And our souls harvested, and then we just reincarnate and get reset again and again. Well, they got tired of seeing us be so oppressed and knew that we had divine light in our souls. So they came here and came from the heavens and fell to the earth. They fell to the earth and bred with our daughters and created a hybrid being that was a very powerful being. And it says in the Bible, the Nephilim, the giants of old, the men of renown. The heroes of old, the men of renown. The heroes of old, the men of renown. Okay? They were heroes. I believe beings like possibly Hercules and stuff like that came from the fallen. Okay? And they inhabited Earth. They found a bunch of the tech that the reptilians had left behind. And they super advanced themselves in a quick period of time. In a very short period of time. And when the reptilians were finally done fighting with the Anunnaki, they came back to Earth and they couldn't believe how advanced we had gotten. And of course, the first thing they wanted to do is, oh, wait a second, we got to take Earth back. So even after they had been ravaged by a war, so they were vulnerable, they started another war with us. And basically what happened was the Anakim and the Nephilim kicked their ass and had them on their heels and were about to reclaim Earth. Okay? They were this close. And in a last-ditch effort, when the reptilians knew they were about to lose, they went back to the Anunnaki and started begging them to help them and saying, you're next. You'll be next if they beat us. You'll be next. The Anakim, oh, get out of here. We don't want to deal with you. We just got done fighting with you. So they left, fought a little more, and then they were really going to lose this time. They went back and offered the Anunnaki a mountaintop of gold, like a mountain of gold. And that's the Anunnaki's kryptonite. They love gold. So they took the gold in exchange for fighting with the reptilians. And when the Anunnaki and reptilians joined forces, it just turned out to be too much. And they beat us, they beat the Nephilim and the giants. They had to retreat down here through the ice wall. And then they inhabited the Ancestral Republic right here after that. And that's where they still reside to this day. If you see a triangle-shaped craft, okay, that would be our ancestors, our Ancestral Republic, our people. The Iron Republic also has been called. High school education you have? What? No, I actually have a degree in economics and management. Yeah, I've heard that, yep. Very well could be. Father Crespi. I'm definitely going to look into that 1,000 Monstro. So, I promise you, bro, I'm looking into that. In fact, kind of got me pretty pumped to look into it. Got me pretty pumped to look into it, brother. And I still gotta call you, man. Okay, where are we at here? High school education. Shee, boys. People think I'm crazy, but you know what? I get paid to talk this crazy shit. And paid well. Okay. Father Crespi. I'm curious on that for sure. Father. Uh-huh. Father Crespi. I'm curious on that. Any stories, you guys? Any story ideas? Any ideas to talk about any of this stuff? If you want me to look up anything or if you want me to cover a subject, shoot me an email, nightgod87@protonmail.com, and I will see them. I will look at my email, I promise. I know, huh? Isn't that funny, though? Isn't that funny, Tanya Rose? That's well said, girl, for real. That's well said. I think that, too. That's funny you say that. It's funny you say that. It's almost like, it's weird. I don't get it. Like, because I follow creators, right? Being a creator myself, I follow creators. I don't have any creator that I totally dislike that I follow. I just don't find, I don't know, it's a weird concept to me, but yeah. I think a lot of times, yeah, the trolls, they actually dig it more than a lot of people. It's funny. So no, yeah, so lately I've been looking into the grounding thing, right? Grounding. And grounding is basically, when you go out in the grass in bare feet and you walk through the yard and you kind of, create static or it's basically the Earth's electric or electromagnetic field, and it's kind of, coursing through your body when you have bare feet to Earth, right? Well, I've been doing some looking into it because, for blood flow purposes, it prevents heart attacks, all kinds of different stuff. Helps you sleep better at night. My girlfriend had just bought a yoga mat, a grounding yoga mat. You can get them on Amazon. You can get all kinds of grounding shit, fam. Socks, all kinds of shit. They have grounding, all kinds of crazy grounding stuff. But this yoga mat was really cool. It was like, I don't know, it might have been like $100 or something. I'm not even sure. But it's really cool because it plugs into the wall and it just has the ground. So you plug it in and it literally does. It grounds you to the earth, fam. Like, I saw this video last night on TikTok about this guy, the guy that invented it. It was actually Gaia Network. I found this video on that network, and it was the guy that invented it. He was having trouble sleeping at night, okay? So he's like, blah, blah. He'd done a little research and heard about it or whatever. So he went outside, he took a piece of wire, wrapped it around a spike, and spiked the spike into the ground, and then took it into his room, and then rolled this like something or another out, and then put it under his bed. He never slept so good in his life. He slept without taking any Advil or any sleep aid, right? So he's like, I may be onto something here, because he looked at the time he looked into it, and there was nothing on grounding, nothing. Okay? So he looked into it and he couldn't find anything. Doctor, an anesthesiologist, I want to say it was, at some university, and he he had to go a couple times to convince him, and he finally did, to run trials. And the doctor finally said, I'll do it, but it's just a total waste of time. There's going to be nothing to this. This is a total fallacy, farce, pseudoscience, whatever you want to call it. So they run the tests on I don't know, I want to say 15 to 20 individuals, right? Each of the individuals, some of them had bad blood flow issues, you name it, they had it. Aches, pains, diabetes, stuff like that. Well, after the tests were over, the improvements of the patients was beyond what this doctor had even ever fathomed could be. He was absolutely mind blown by grounding. And at that point, it was an older gentleman. At that point, he knew he just hit a gold mine, right? So obviously he starts, probably patenting ideas and works with this doctor. And now grounding is a big thing. Grounding actually, and it's crazy because I used to think, no way, you don't feel nothing, blah, blah. I kid you not when I tell you today. So I saw that video yesterday and it reminded me, and I was like, shit, I'm going to do this. I'm going to check it out, man. So I took, and she still don't know it yet, but I took her yoga mat. And because sometimes, I don't have trouble sleeping, but I just get aches and pains, from old football injuries, whatever. So I was like, screw it, I'm going to try this. I went and grabbed her yoga mat, right? And I have my bed, and then I have a foam layer, and then my blankets and all that. I put it under the foam layer, and it's like 3 or 4 inch thick foam. And I put it under there. I could swear to God, I'm telling you guys, I could feel the energy. I could feel it coursing through my body. I know I could, for facts. And it made me sleep so much better. My blood pressure's gone down, heart rate, you name it. Everything, all kinds of benefits, you guys. I'm telling you, do it. Do it. Check out grounding, guys. Huh. The ones to discredit you have entered. Huh. Wow. Yeah, that makes sense, but that's not grounding. That's not the same thing, is it? As the copper socks and all that stuff? Thank you, Flapjack Lumber. Oops. Absolutely. Well, you don't necessarily have to sleep on the earth, but it helps. You can buy grounding stuff on Amazon too, but walking in bare feet in the grass, just making general contact with earth. Yeah, user 734. Isn't that funny? What is that? That is odd, isn't it? We all wear rubber sole shoes. What a weird coinkydink, huh? Why do you think that is? Oh, it's not because they don't want us to ground, is it? It just goes to show, you guys, when you start looking into it and start thinking with your brain, like user 73485302706, you'll figure it out. You'll start to see the bigger picture. Yes, nice to see you too, Norma. Good to see you. It's been a while. It's been a while. I'm the only one seeking the answer along the long timeline we call history of old. Dude, grounding is real shit, man. Block him at user 1164075. Oh, Daniel Tucker. Saint and Son. Oh, okay. Thank you. Look alive. Double him. It was metal tape with wire. Thank you. So Stephanie, yeah, I do. I talk about it quite a bit. Check out my YouTube or my Facebook. Both Night got 333. Sun gazing. Oh, Alex Pimsler. What is your profile picture, bro? Of course you got your shirt off. Yeah, you're one of them guys. I get it. Probably shouldn't be recommended. No, yeah, I would say when there's a thunderstorm, no, I would agree with that for sure. For sure. Dr. Bob Beck, please research. He's the one that did the grounding. Stared at the sun for 8 hours a day. I don't get the sun gazing thing. I don't know if it's that sad, Alex. I quite enjoy it. Barefoot gang all day. No, I haven't lost the plot. I'm just kind of getting tired. Oh, Alex, you are ignorant, my friend. You're one of those meatheads, aren't you? Oh, nothing works and nothing is real. Just be a sheep and life will be good. Whatever the government says is true. That's you, ain't it, bro? Oh, man. It's the easiest way, though. Be a sheep. It's the best. Hey, I got a subscriber. Let's go, Bad Buckeye. Yeah. Subscriber, bro. Let's go. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it. The goal is 15, but I'll take one. I'll take one. Thank you, Bad Buckeye. I was sorry to see your guys' loss against Georgia. That was a good game. Yeah. Sun gazing transferred into the rain, huh? Do I think the Andrew Dawson story was real? That's a tough one, man, because I've seen evidence that for both sides. I believe that he really did pass away. But I don't know, man. That's such a tough one, dude. Ignorance and arrogance, it's always the same traits with these fake teachers. No, I'm not ignorant or arrogant. The hefty trash bag and coat hangers one. What are you talking about? I'm not even sure what that means. Oh yeah, CERN's definitely not. Not a good thing. Hey, cool. What's up, bro? Stag Stabber. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate you subscribing, bro. Was that you? Was that you, bro? Decalcifies your pineal. Interesting, dude. Okay. I mean, I don't discount anything, dude. You should be winning G souls for the kingdom and stop babbling. You think this is a game. I'm not sure what you mean. I think the Mexicans were actually the Atlanteans. Hey, Howie, subscribe. Let's go. Let's go. Getting subscribers. That's what's up. Getting them late, too. I guess I should have been pushing it a little earlier, though. I love it. I love it. And hey, what up, Dick Wick? How you doing, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you. No, I believe Mexicans and Native Americans came. I think they're descendants of the Atlanteans, possibly. Good to see you, brother. Hey, you're a wolf now, bro. That's what's up. Yeah, if you're a subscriber, you'll have that wolf label. Because, we're wolves in here, not sheep. You know what I'm saying? So, if you want to be a wolf, just subscribe. Shadow people live in my toilet. Okay. TikToker gone missing. Yeah, I have a video on that, you guys. Go check it out. Go check it out. It's really convincing, the whole thing. It's very, very convincing. I had talked to some pretty close people to him. All right? Because as you can imagine, I posted the video on Facebook. My video on YouTube has like 250,000 views. My video on Facebook has over, I want to say, that touched 1 million. Okay? That touched 1 million. Hey, we got another subscriber, Raw Hawks. Let's go. Let's go. I think. I don't know. Yeah, I'll post the email. Here, let me see. Let me see here. Let me see here. I try. Lightning Q&A, text poll, quick bowl. No. Shit, man. Casey Van Arnsdale, he's a good guy, man. Guess I'm just seeing who's on. Okay. Why can't I? I feel like I should. There we go. Bada bing. So here's my email, or my God, E7 mail.com. I got 87 at protonmail.com. There you go, guys. No, gravity is just magnetism in a way. It's just electromagnetism. So no one's... Well, they're not doing that right now. Are they? Is that old? Are you talking about the old one? Bombs in the ocean? Okay. Well, possibly, but what if, and what if this, guys? What if whoever or whatever being wrote the Bible, what if they have us worshiping a God that's not the God that we want to be worshiping? What if we're not what if ultimately it's within you who you worship and what you worship? And if you believe you're worshiping the right God, then you are. But what if the Bible is referring to a God that is not the same God that you think you're worshiping? Whatever being wrote whatever ET, I mean, it could have been extraterrestrials that had the Bible, that wrote the Bible. It could have been, obviously, humans, most likely. But I believe that there was a hand in it, like, way down the line. Like, guys, how old do you think the occult and all the basically, underground cults are? Like, so let me tell you this. I saw this this blippet on YouTube or not YouTube. I saw this little blippet on TikTok the other day, okay? It was from the movie American Horror Story. Or the show, excuse me. American Horror Story, right? American Horror Story. And I like that show. It's a good show. But it was a little segment where it starts out. It breaks into a scene where it's this dark, like, room, but this room has, like, it's like a futuristic type metal, like, secure, almost as if it's like a dome, like a deep underground military base type room, okay? It has a massive table in the center of it. It's a massive table. It's really long. It's probably got, I don't know, 15 to 20 seats on each side or something like that. So, all of a sudden, this group of people walks in. They're all dressed in suits, but they're wearing black masks or they're covering their faces with like a black mask, but it's like not like a freaking ski mask. It's like a Halloween-esque type, executioner type black mask, okay? They're all wearing it, and they're all wearing suits, and they all walk in, and they stand next to their seats. There's assigned seats. These seats are all assigned to the people that are standing behind them. And they're standing there, and all of a sudden, this little twerp walks up with a trench-style coat on. He's got, like, red hair. It's red, and it's slicked back, and it's a little longer. He walks up, and they all kind of just look at him, and he says, "Hello, everybody. I'm the Antichrist. And then all of a sudden, everybody starts whispering back and forth like, psst, 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 the Antichrist. Da, da, da. They can't believe it. They've never met him before. And he goes like this, silence. And they all like stand at attention all of a sudden. He says, it's time. You all are the internet moguls, the oil moguls, the Wall Street billionaires, and the highest pinnacle, basically, of society. All right? You all have paid a fee to get here and sold your souls in order to be here today. It cost you $100 million. So basically, he says, you paid $100 million and the time has come. The apocalypse is going to begin. And he says, prepare. And he says, you guys have earned a seat in the underground to protect you from the apocalypse that is impending. Basically saying that it's all planned, that the apocalypse is not a natural occurrence. It's not an earth-born occurrence. It's actually a planned occurrence. And basically the creme de la creme, or the cream of the crop of society, gets to live through it by selling their soul and paying $100 million is what they basically were alluding to in this. You can look it up. Look it up. American Horror Story Apocalypse episode, I imagine, and you'll find it. But he more or less says that, he talks to this, you at your Texas ranch, you've been building one underground for the last 30 years. That should be able to house at least half of us. And we'll send you more money and workers to make sure everything's up to par. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much. So, predictive programming, eh? Predictive programming. Ultimately, oh, Alex. Oh, man. You're scared, aren't you, bro? You're scared. It's okay. I'm scared too. They're universal karma. Yes. They basically have to sell their soul. You know what I'm saying? To get to this spot. And, hey, have we not seen all of these pictures, right? Of all these celebrities that looked exactly like these people back in the 1800s. Have we not seen all that? I saw one the other day of Britney Spears. I've seen one of Drake. I've seen one of, and also I'm pretty sure that they make it so they reverse whatever they've done to us, whatever they've done to us to make us live only 120 years. They reverse that. So I think these people are allowed to live possibly, and I think they give them, so there's this thing called monatomic gold, right? Monatomic gold is like single atom gold, monoatomic. It's single atom gold. It's the purest gold in existence in the whole universe. All right? And it's so pure that it's white. Well, this gold is actually a fountain of youth, in a sense. When consumed, and consumed on a regular basis, not only will it reverse aging, you will stay the same age for years and years and years. Eventually you will grow old, but it reverses aging. So if you look on YouTube, there's this guy. He's a German lab scientist, a German kind of like a mad scientist. He got hired by this private investor to look into the effects of monatomic gold. And they did tests on people. One person was able to grow back their teeth after they had already had false teeth. It allowed them to grow them back. Literally reversed this gentleman's age from like mid to high 40s back to his early 30s. I want to say it may have even regenerated a limb I'm not 100% on that though. It's basically the purest form of anything on Earth, and it's created. If it's especially created by Earth, it's very, very powerful stuff. They found some of it after they found some of it under the Giza Sphinx when they first got into that, and they also found some of it in the Busegi Mountains in Romania. No, they're actually really smart. You must be dumb if they don't make sense to you. He's calling you guys dumb. That makes... How are you going to call somebody dumb when something actually makes sense to them, but not you? Good one. Are you guys so dumb you actually make sense? You're so freaking... You're a dense gentleman. Where's your follower count, dude? You know what I mean? Like, come on. Nopales cactus. Yes, that's good stuff. Here, Monstro? Kylie. Who called me Kylie, you fuckers? Renee the Wonder. What was I looking for, though? Wolf, what up? Thank you for subscribing, Tanya Rose Madrano. Thank you so much, hon. I appreciate that for real. Hey, Yoda, did you see my latest video on YouTube? My short video on the vampire attack that took place in Russia? That was gnarly, bro. I don't know, man. That looks pretty intriguing. I can't tell quite right yet. I haven't decided whether I believe it or not yet, but dude, it looks legit as fuck. Bro is Brantley Gilbert. I mean, that's not a bad compliment, I guess. Yup, that's what it is, too. The CIA got a hold of that. No, I didn't show it was clearly fake. Monoatomic gold, my friend. Monoatomic gold. No, dude. On my YouTube, I just posted a vampire attack in Russia. Oh, bullshit. Joe Rogan death in car crash. Bull crap. Why would you say such a thing? Oh, that was in 2022. There was a big old hoax going around that Joe Rogan died in a car accident. Yeah. Here, let me tell you here. Facts. I'm going to change this. My next study, though, obviously after I talk or do the Crespi guy, is I'm going to do the Emerald Tablets and Thoth. Ormus, huh? Cool. You said Ormus? Ormus is a God particle. Not crispy. These damn things. I need crispy. Yeah, I tell you what. Sometimes this keyboard. I'm really not even using this. I should just get rid of this here. Hold on. Bada bing. Let's get a little closer, y'all. I should be done though soon here. I should stay. Need some rest. I've been under the weather. I had strep throat for a little while, guys. And it was a bitch. I haven't been like that in a long time. Long time. Holy crap, I got so much shit. I swear to God. There. Look at that. How about that, fam? Let's raise it up, though. Oh, I'm all right there. Okay. Whoa. Where the hell's the trackpad? Is it doing that? Yeah. It's making me use my mouse over here. Okay. Ormus is a God molecule. Cool. That's cool. I'm going to definitely look that up. Father Crespi. Father Crespi. What? How the hell? Don't ask me. Whatever. Somehow it's screen mirroring with my screen. Huh. Crespi, and then Ormus. God. Quit autocorrecting, motherfucker. God molecule. That sounds really interesting as well. Red mercury is repelled by garlic and can't be seen in a mirror. It might be connected to vampires. Interesting. Who the hell are you, Willie Jones, you weirdo? Why are you being weird? Oh, dude, we've already covered a bunch, bro. You're late to the party. Ormus Gold. Oh, my bad. I'm Russ Rider wrong. Thank you, Coach Ricky. Yo, your YouTube videos are fire. Thank you, bro. Hey, everybody go subscribe to my YouTube, please. Stag Stabber, NightGod87 at protonmail.com. Shit, man. Message me on here. Yeah, right. Went to the North Pole and saw giants. God, I never heard of one that went to the North Pole. I'm not sure. She sits upon 7 mountains. Revelation says that. Huh. Thank you so much for the donations tonight, too, guys. You are awesome. Thank you, Rogue Fiore. I believe you, Monstro. You've never failed me on content before, my good friend. Yeah, I can't wait, bro. Let the light in my words, the Thoth. I can't wait to read the Emerald Tablets, dude. I just started them today. Helps when you fast, okay. Oh yeah, I believe in Nephilim. What the fuck? I believe it. Jesus is a good thing, absolutely. Why not live your life and accept life? What? Yep, I'm getting tired, guys. My eyes just felt real heavy. So I'm gonna call her a night, y'all. Yes, I do have merch. I'm working on it right now. Okay? I'm working on it right now. I just got heavy-eyed, so that's when I call it. Blah. I gotta get to bed. I'm tired as hell. And thank you guys for coming out here. I really do appreciate it. It's been a great live. Thank you to all my subscribers, really, and thank you for all my donators. You guys are awesome. It's been real, as always. My regulars, it's been good. I miss you guys. Good seeing you all and all the new people. Check out my YouTube. Check out my Facebook. That's where I am popping and I am live, especially on Facebook. I get mad views. YouTube, I do pretty well as well, though. So check me out on those platforms if you want the full stories done very professionally and very well. So stay in the love, stay in the light. Be kind to others, treat them how you want to be treated. I am out.